Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Talina. Today we're going to be going through all the books that I read in both September and October. In September I was going through a bit of a slump. Well, specifically August I was going through a big slump. In September I was kind of recovering, so I only read 5 books. So I just decided to save them and wait for October. So like I said, in September I read 5 books and then in October I read 13. So definitely a big difference, but there's a reason we'll get to in a second. So I would categorize my September reads as 3 of them were dark romance, 1 was a contemporary, I'd even call that maybe just general fiction, and then 1 was just a fantasy or a romantasy. And then in August, I'm gonna try and categorize these real quick. I'm gonna say that 4 of them are romances. 2 of them are graphic novels. 1's just like a dark romance novella. Got 1 regular dark romance, and then 3 like how do I describe it? Gothic, mystery, fantasy books? We'll get into that. Yeah, I hope I counted all those right. But anyways, first we're gonna jump into September. I always have this little book where I just write everything I read and then the stars next to them, so I always have this with me for my wrap-ups. But first, in September, we started off strong, and I was listening to the audiobook of Heartless Beloved. I did really enjoy this book. I gave it a 4.75 stars. Yeah, this book ate. Now it feels like it's been years since I've read this, so I don't remember a crazy amount, but from what I remember, he's like the leader or like very high up in power of this gang, and she is from like the goody-goody area where she's from a lot of money. She's not a part of the gang, so like, you know how that goes. They never want the two to mix together. So yeah, he falls in love with her immediately, and she's got a lot of trauma because of what happened on the area of his gang land. So yeah, this book was just them falling in love, and you know, the first book was really crazy and this one was no different. This was so good. Might I say, I think I like this one more than the first book. So yeah, this was obviously book 2 of the North Shore series. I am going to be continuing this series, and I'm finally done with my Zodiac Academy journey. So yeah, I love this book. Next, I read Nightshade, and I enjoyed this one. I think when I was reading it, I didn't like it as much as now looking back, I liked it. This was perfect for like the gothic university vibes. I really enjoyed this. This is set in Scotland, and she's going to this university trying to find out like the mystery behind her parents' death. It's being framed as just a helicopter crash, but she doesn't believe that that's all there is to it. And we've got sort of like an enemies to lovers kind of on her side. She hates him. He is obsessed with her. He's so down bad. But she thinks that his father has something to do with her parents' death, and so she hates him because of it. Yeah, this book was good. I'm excited for book 2, but the only thing that I would have to say about it is I felt like maybe this didn't need to be a series. Like, I honestly saw the ending coming, and I thought that it could have been condensed down to 1 book. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes in book 2, but that's currently my thoughts, but maybe a bunch will happen in book 2 and I'll change my mind on that. But I did end up giving this a 3.75 stars. I was very specific with my like quarter ratings this month, I guess. And then I read One Night Seduction by Caitlin Taylor. Okay, I've talked about her so many times. I love her so much. She's the best. So we'll leave it at that because I feel like I talk about her in every video, but honestly, she's my queen. This is book 1 and I think a trilogy? I don't know. But this one, this one's wild. This We'll start off with my rating. I gave it 4 stars. I'll get into why in a moment. This book is about this girl who, it's her best friend's birthday. So her best friend wants to, I guess as all people do, wants to go to a sex club. So they go to a sex club, and it's like, you have to be anonymous, so they're wearing masks. And bro, the main character hooks up with a guy, and the guy is her ex-stepdad. So there you have it. There's this book was wild. I just like remembered something that happened during it. Oh my god. That I never saw anything that was going to happening. It all caught me off guard, which I love. It was super entertaining. If you want some good entertainment, I would read this book. The only reason I didn't give it 5 stars was just because I felt like I didn't know the characters that well, but I don't think that was the point of the story. Like, I feel like this was just pure entertainment, and like the plot was more so the focus, which is totally fine, but I just like knowing my characters and I like feeling connected to them, and that's what a 5-star book is for me. So yeah, that's the only reason I didn't give it 5 stars, but this was insane. Next, I read Great Big Beautiful Life. By the way, if you're ever curious, I have a reading vlog on all of these books. At least this one, One Night Seduction, and I'm pretty sure Nightshade. But this book, I enjoyed it. It was good. It's not my favorite Emily Henry book, but it's not, okay, it is my least favorite, but it's not like bad. Like, I think it's like at the bottom of my scale of her books. I haven't read People We Meet on Vacation or Book Lovers, so that might change. So it is ranked at the bottom, but not in a bad way. Like, it's just my least favorite of hers that I've read so far, but I still enjoyed it. I honestly thought, okay, the plot of this book is it's two writers competing for a story, so they're kind of like, I forget like the trope for that. It's not enemies to lovers, but like something like academic rivals, you know? I don't know. I forget. But they're competing for the same story, and the story is this famous person named Margaret, and you get her story through the main female character's point of view. You get chapters that like were actually in the main character's like head going through her day, and then some chapters are, I'm assuming, what she wrote of Margaret's story, and like bit by bit you learn some more things. I thought that Margaret's story was so boring until we got to the part of like where she got married. So that was a good half or majority of this book. So I went through a good part of this not caring about it, but then I really did like the ending. So I did give this 4 stars. Thinking about it, like I haven't thought about it since, and I might, like if we're gonna be specific, I might lower this to a 3 or a 3.5 or something. So, oh, I gave it a 4.5. Yeah, I would definitely lower that. I don't think this was close to 5 stars. I mean, when I was reading it, it probably was, but now, like, I don't remember too much. And, like, thinking back about it, I wasn't obsessed the whole time. So, yeah. And then last, for the month of September, I read what was my personal favorite of the month, even though it's not my highest rated, actually. But I read The Night and the Moth. This is definitely one of my favorite books of this year. Guys, Rachel Gillig, she's perfect. Her writing is so perfect for me. I don't know what it does, but nothing ever misses with any of her books I've read so far. It's only 3, but so far we're 3 for 3. Like, I've enjoyed them all so much. This, when I was reading it, I was telling anybody who would listen about it, and this was incredible. I think I do have a vlog on this, but I can't remember. But I loved it so much that I bought this beautiful edition on Pango. This is the Fairy Loot edition, and I'm just literally obsessed with it. So yeah, this was absolutely incredible. For like a short synopsis, this is about, our main character is called a diviner, and diviners are people who basically go into like, they're basically dying or dead, and then they go into this like deep dream, and they're like giving a prophecy or seeing the future of somebody. And so that's what they are. And then one day the diviners start to go missing, and she is starting to realize that she doesn't know as much of her world as she thinks she does. And she goes on a little quest with a little knight, and they're trying to find out what happened to her other diviners. Yeah, this was so good. This was so good. I highly recommend. I wrote it down as a 4.25 stars. Again, if we're gonna be specific, I'd raise this to like a 4.75, and I think book 2 could very potentially be a 5-star. I think the only reason it wasn't 5-star was I did see the ending coming, and I saw it for quite some time. But I wasn't mad about it. Like, I still loved it so much. So, yes. And that is everything that I read in September. Let's now get into my very long August list. August, why do I've said that now like 3 times. October list. I had, honestly, a really good reading month in October. I'm super happy about it. Starting off, I read Fall I Want. Okay, I go to a book club at a bookstore, and I've been going to that one like as often as I can, but they just launched like a cozy book club. I think it's from September through February or something like that. So I read this for the first cozy book club. I wasn't able to go to that one, unfortunately, but I did read it, and I was prepared to. This book was okay. It was honestly okay. The cover is adorable, the edges are adorable, and if you got this from my friend's bookstore, you got these bookmarks, and this art print that is so cute. And then we got a signed book plate. So I do love like the aesthetics of this book. It's so cute. And like I said, like I thought it was fine. I think it's just personal preference because in the beginning I was getting really icked out, and that's again personal because as you can tell, do you see the coffee machine and such? I am a barista and I get so tired of making drinks because I work in a building that serves hundreds of people every single day. So I was reading this on my lunch breaks and I was like, I don't want to read about coffee. And like in the first couple chapters, we're hearing about coffee for quite some time. And I was like, I just got done working. I don't want to read about it. Like, I don't know. So again, that's going to be a personal thing because not everybody is a barista. And I was like, I don't care about your freaking ristretto shots. I don't care about this process. Like, this is what I do it for a living. Like, I don't know. So I think that was being very picky. But as the book went on, I did like it a lot more. I was obsessed with the main male character. And I love the vibes of this town. So it was cute. It was a good time. Very cute fall read. I thought when I was reading like the ending, I was like, I would literally laugh out loud because I was like, this is so unrealistic. It's hilarious. So I don't want to like say why. You should read it and find out. But I was just quite literally laughing because I was like, this is so unrealistic. This would never happen. So it was, yeah, I thought it was entertaining. I gave it a 3 stars. Again, I haven't thought about it since, but it was cute for the time, you know? Then I read Rewind It Back. I again have vlogs for, I think, all of these books, so go check them out. This I was reading at the start of my continuing series I'm in the middle of. I'm currently working on part 2 of that video, but this was the first book I read for it. This is book 5 in the Windy City series, and it's the last book, and I already miss them. I really do. I'm not crazy about contemporary romances anymore or sports romances. I went through a huge phase for years of loving contemporary romance, and right now I think I'm just diehard fantasy. I just don't really like contemporary romance anymore. This I loved. I think I just love certain contemporary romances now, and I'm just in a weird slump with it. Like, I read it from my favorite authors. She is a favorite for sure. So anyways, that being said, like, I'm trying to tell you that with me being in such a huge slump with romance in general, I love this so much. I gave this a 4.25 stars. This is so cute. It has a then and now timeline, which I love. Childhood friends to lovers, which I love. Second chance romance, you know, not like a favorite, but maybe it's becoming one because I've read 2 absolute banger second chance romances recently. It's so good. So yeah, this was really good. I love Rio so much, and I have thought about this since. I think about Rio almost every day. He's perfect. Another complaint that I think I do have about this is in the other books, Rio is such a funny character. He's just such a little goofy guy. He's the comedic relief of the story. And when you go into this, you're starting to like kind of go through what happened to him as a kid, what's going on inside of his head, and all of that, which I loved. But I felt like he kind of lost his comedic presence. So that's another thing that I didn't love. Like, he became a super hot, like, oh my god, obsessed, in love guy, which was really good, but just, I wish we had more of, like, how he acted in the other books. Like, he was just this funny guy, and I don't think he was as funny in this book, personally. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about this. I loved it so much, and I really do miss them. I miss them very much. Next, we have my first DNF of this month, which was My Vampire Plus One. This was going to be book 2 in a series for me, so I was continuing that series and decided to just put it down. I really liked book 1, but I didn't like this one. I wasn't vibing, and again, it's just contemporary. It was cringy, and right now I just don't think I want a cringy romance. I just don't. So I decided to put it down. Again, I've heard great reviews about this book. It probably is good. If I had kept going, I probably would have liked it. But I just didn't care, and I didn't want to, so I didn't. Oh, it's starting to rain now, so if you hear that, my apologies. Next, we have my second Caitlin Taylor book, which was Damnation. This is book, like, I guess 3.5 of her... Wait, no, this is, like, book 0.5 of her Gallows Hill trilogy. This is a prequel to kind of what inspired the Gallows Hill trilogy and what that whole system is built on is because of what happens in this little novella. This was just about 130 pages. This was great. I gave it 5 stars. I mean, I kind of hate the characters with passion, and just so you know, if you go into this, it's a not happily ever after. She makes that very clear in the beginning. So when you finish this, you feel nothing but rage and hate. So, but it was good. I was entertained. Novellas are kind of difficult for me, so it was either like if I hated it, then they get a lower rating, but if I wasn't enjoying it, it's just easy 5 stars. So yeah, I mean, I did really enjoy seeing where this system started and how it started, and it's frustrating. So yeah, you can read this before or after the Gallows Hill trilogy. It's up to you. My personal preference for how I think if I read this first, I would kind of be like, what the hell? I don't know. Like, I felt like after reading the Gallows Hill trilogy, and going back to this, like, I felt like I had more of a deeper understanding and all of that. So maybe I would start with just the first book in the Gallows Hill trilogy and come back to this. Oh, it's like really raining now. I apologize. It wasn't raining when I started, I promise. Next, oh my gosh, guys. I was saving these books. I put them on my Christmas wish list last year, and I got them, and I've been saving them for October, and I was having kind of like a down day, and I was like, you know what, it is time. I picked up Garlic and the Witch and Garlic and the Vampire. I accidentally read this one first. This one comes first, so that was my bad, but I still enjoyed them. They're so cute. Oh my god. These both got an easy 5 star. I was looking forward to them all year. They're so adorable. Let me just show you. The illustrations, they are perfect. They are so cute. And I'm not a big, like, graphic novel reader, but honestly, I like to. I really enjoy them. And they were so, so cute, and I wish I had more of just this because they were adorable. They were worth waiting almost a year. So I highly, highly recommend these two. So cute. And then to continue my series sort of thing. Guys, first of all, I didn't read a single standalone this month. Not one. These were all a part of the series. So, yeah, that wasn't relevant. I just wanted to say it. But I read Foxglove by Adeline Grace. Oh my god. This was just going to be, like, in that video, I was just going to continue that series. I read Belladonna last year, and I really enjoyed it. And then I tried to start this after, and I just wasn't in the mood for it anymore. So I just decided to pick it up this year. It's the perfect, like, October, November, even September sort of read. It just has gothic, mystery, fantasy vibes. I don't want to go too much into what these books are about since, you know, it's a continuation of a series. But I've loved every book in the series. Like, Belladonna, super good. This, let's see, what did I give it? I gave this one 4 stars. I did really, really enjoy this one. In book 1, you're following Signa, just her point of view, I believe. In this one, you're following Signa and Blythe, which is her cousin. You're having both of their point of views. I really, really enjoyed that. Yeah, this was quite good. Every one of these books has sort of like a mystery element. You're trying to figure out something, and then it has the fantasy element, and they're set, like, way in the past, and I just love that time period. For some reason, I eat it up every time. So yeah, I did really, really enjoy this book. Next, I finished my audiobook for Fated Throne. Oh my god. Can't say a single detail about this. Again, part of a series. This is book 6. Yes, book 6. And I gave this 5 stars. Every book's been 5 stars. Come on. I'm obsessed with this series. I love them so much. Yeah, this book ended on a crazy note, and I cannot wait to see where we go in book 7, which is the longest book of the series so far. That book is like way over 1,000 pages for sure. How many was this book? It was a bit over 600 pages. Yeah, I believe that book 7's like 1,000 pages, so that'll be fun. But I haven't started it yet. Spoiler alert. I'm currently reading Bonds of Hercules. Oh my god. Yeah, not a part of this wrap up, but it will be in my next one. Stay tuned. Stay so freaking tuned. But yeah, once I'm done with that, I'll continue with book 7. But just know, I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, this ended so crazy, and I, like, am scared to see what happens next. And then I read book 3 of the, I don't know what the series is called. I think just Belladonna, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, this is book 3, and this follows Just Blythe, and I am obsessed with all of these covers, but especially this one. The blue is gorgeous. Anyways, yeah, this this was so good. This was so good. This is like, no, I don't want to say it. I can't. I don't want to be a spoiler for anything. So I'm going to keep that to myself. And it was really good. It was really good. What did I give this? I gave this 5 stars. So, yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Oh, one more thing. One last thing. If we didn't have this epilogue, I would have cried. I would have been so distraught. So, thank God for this epilogue, because ooh, it was the first time, really, that I've ever needed an epilogue. So, yeah. And then I read a little audiobook novella called Love and Other Killers. This is like book 3.5 of the Ruinous Love trilogy. I didn't know. I knew that this existed, but I didn't know it was a part of the Ruinous Love trilogy. And as I said, when I finished book 6 of Zodiac, I was going to read Bonds of Hercules, but it wasn't out yet. And I had like one day of just driving home and I wanted to listen to something. So that audiobook is less than an hour if like you're listening to it on a up speed. So yeah, it was entertaining. It was a good time. It was just a novella. Like, I love seeing all of our characters again. Oh my gosh. And it's from, I forgot her name, but I don't want to go get the book. But the FMC from book 1, I believe it's from just her point of view. And I love her and Rowan so much. So yeah, I love being back in their point of view. I gave it a 3 stars. It was just a cute novella. It took, like I said, less than an hour. So it was a good time to fill that gap for me. And then lots of novellas this month. I read the novella for the Belladonna series. This does not look like a novella. When I got it, I was like, there's no way. That is a full novel. But it has like super short pages. So yeah, I'm curious to see what this is going to look like when it comes out in a paperback. First of all, look at this art. And then I love the hardcovers for this whole series. I only have it for Foxglove and this book. And then obviously Wisteria and Belladonna are paperbacks. Let me show you Foxgloves since we're here. That's the art for it, and then the hardcover. It's just so pretty. So yeah, I do love that. I love it when it's not just a boring, you know, thing. Anyways, back to Holly. This was just a cute little Christmas novella. It again had all of our characters. We had the point of view from everybody. It was super cute. It was just trying to figure out a little mystery, like a super low stakes mystery set around the Christmas time. I gave this book 4 stars. It was really cute to come back. Not back, because I kind of went straight into it, but like it was cute to be with the characters again and have like a little goodbye. This ended on a note. I forget what note, but I remember being like, oh, this could totally be like a spin-off. What was it again? Oh, I remember. Yeah, this ended on a kind of an open note on one of our like plots. So I'm curious to see if she does continue with the series in the future. But yeah, this was cute. It was a good time. It was super easy. And I have my next DNF, and I think this is going to be a controversial one because I've seen really good reviews on it, but I couldn't do it. I read, or did I? I DNF'd Soul Searching by Lila Sage. This is our second Cozy Book Club book, and I have that meeting the week after next week, so I'm nervous to go in there and be probably the only person that didn't like this. I had super high hopes. I really, really, really thought I was going to like this, and I was really looking forward to it. I have not read her Rebel Boo Ranch series, but I wanted to start with this one. It seemed perfect for this time of year. It's our main character can see ghosts. She's going home to her cute little small town. Meets a guy there. The cover is adorable. Yeah, I thought I was going to love this, and I didn't. Watch my reading vlog. I think it's the part 1. Yes? No. It's the part 2. I'm working on that one right now. But I really kind of perfectly say it in that video. I'm like reading you quotes. For me, that was yesterday. And I was sitting right here and I was reading the camera quotes, and then I just go, I'm gonna DNF it. I'm so over this. And I made myself get to like a page 120, and I was like, I don't see any improvement. Basically, the only thing I didn't like was just the FMC. She was insufferable to me. She was so freaking annoying. She not hates, but like, she's just running away from her emotions, from everything, for no reason. Like, maybe maybe later in the book we find out why. I mean, I'm sure you find out why she's in her little mental block, but I think the way that she treats other people, the way she treats her parents, and the way she treats her sister, I couldn't do it. I was like, you're fucking stupid. So she pissed me off. I can't deal with brainless, insufferable FMCs. I can't do it. It annoys me. So I was just, yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna do it. Maybe I'll be convinced after our cozy book club to try it again, but yeah, it's a DNF for now. I didn't like it. And then last but not least, I read Vicious Prince in one day, and that day was yesterday. I read this starting at like 2:30 in the morning, and then I just read it for the rest of the afternoon and evening. I miss binging a book. I miss reading a book in one day, and this is great. This was book 5 in the Royal Elite series. I now am working, it's right there, on book 6. Possible I could finish it today. It's currently Halloween. Happy Halloween. So maybe that one might belong in this wrap up, but either way, it'll be in the next one. Don't you worry. This book, I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. Check your trigger warnings for it. Kind of going blind, and I was a little surprised. Like, I just wasn't expecting what the like big trigger of this book could be, and yeah, that was insane. But I just love Rena Kent's writing. It's so quick and easy, and it's so entertaining. I was just kicking my feet giggling this whole book, to be honest. So yeah, this was a great time. And that is everything that I've read in September and October. I really love my October reads. Those were pretty good. Definitely stay tuned for my reading vlogs. I think I'll be posting part 1 of my series video, and then this video, and then part 2. So again, stay tuned, and I will see you in my next video.